In the bottom right corner of Simulacrum, it's the young red Protoss, Arrogfire. And in the top left, as the cheesy pink toss, it's Hjax. Protoss versus Protoss. I think this is the first Protoss versus Protoss we've had this evening. I feel like half of our Protoss versus Protoss is just like guitar cheese rolling Protoss. In this season, but it's gonna be gateways out of both players. And of course, we're waiting for the first two units out of those gateways to really see any actual strategy coming out. There are various places to hide proxies on this map, but it looks like neither... Oh, no, Arrog. Okay, this probe's being shady from Arrogfire, and he is going to drop a proxy pylon. Hjax just going for the normal scout. Both players finishing up their second gateways. Cybercore is up. And it's going to be a proxy robotics facility from Arrogfire. Double Stalker out of the red toss. Stalker Sentry out of Hjax. Stalker Sentry means defense. Double Stalker means aggression. Look, it's a Roomba. Hi, Roomba. Immortal is coming out. Most assuredly going to be followed by a Warp Prism here. Arrogfire going to have about 4 Stalkers ready to assault his opponent as the Immortal marches across the map. Hjax is scouting around for a proxy, but not in the right places. Oh man, Hjax taking a ton of hull damage on his initial Stalker. And that's going to soften this hold a little bit. Shield Battery taking some damage as well. Nice control here from Arrogfire. But the Shield Battery is able to finish. There's your 4 Stalkers. There's your Immortal. Down goes the Shield Battery. Arrogfire stutter stepping forward. Gonna get all the sentries. Derps a couple shots into the rocks, but it doesn't matter. GG. Arrogfire takes game number 1. In the bottom right, once again, it's our pink Protoss player, Hjax. And in the top left, as the blue toss, it's the young Arrogfire. Arrog taking game number 1 with a proxy robotics facility. And that really was it. Like, he just rallied the Immortal across, bullied with the Stalkers, had some nice control against the Shield Battery and the defending units of Hjax. And then bullied them off the map with his Immortal. Hjax going to have a slightly earlier second gas, but, I mean, not far ahead enough to matter, really. Arrogfire dropping another proxy pylon. Alright. Is this going to be the same play? The answer will shock you. Cybercore seconds away from finishing here for Arrog, and it is a second proxy robotics facility in a row. Hjax going for an adept. Alright, it's a Stargate robo here from Hjax. I don't know how this is gonna go. I feel like the Stargate is going to weaken his defense here a little bit, but we will see. I mean, a Phoenix can get a lift on the MO. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, there was a little bit of a pause. You know, pauses can affect different players' morale differently. Arrog gonna go for those 4 stalkers. Hjax did scout the stalkers, so he does know aggression of some kind or another is headed his way. And another thing to note, you know, in order to be able to afford this, he did skip his second gateway. Alright, a Phoenix being chrono boosted out, and a defensive immortal here from Hjax. Okay, Arrog targeting down the initial pylon, but here's Phoenix number 1. Phoenix number 2 should be operational by the time the Immortal arrives as well. The Warp Prism is coming out here, but I mean, hey, an Air Force can limit the mobility of that Prism. Arrog has a sentry coming to reinforce, but it's a little bit far away. The defensive immortal is out here for Hjax, and I think this is actually... Well, okay, Arrog has the Warp Prism. He can definitely... And I mean, he does, of course, have Warp Gate on the field, so... Yeah, he can keep the Warp Prism back. He can't really use it to micro the Immortal too well, but... Okay, he is going to try. He is going to bring it into the Phoenix Fire. The Cybercore going down here for Hjax would suck a little bit. And go down it will. This is... Okay, Hjax is getting another 2 gateways behind this. Will finish up. Arrogfire pretty heavily committing here. He is going to be supply blocked back at home, but I think he has enough army supply to break through. The Phoenix have quite a bit of energy, though, to help out. Hjax knocked down to 2 gateway. He has rebuilt his Cybercore. He's going to get supply blocked here as well. Drops down 2 pylons. Adept Shade into the mineral line. Shield Battery is going to help out here a little bit. Force Shield split off 2 of the Immortals. Hjax is getting some lifts off, but is there enough firepower here to defend for the pink toss? The Warp Prism goes down for Arrogfire. I don't know which way this goes. I think Arrogfire has broken Hjax here. There's just too many stalkers on the ground. Phoenix out of energy. GG, and Arrogfire goes up 2-0 in the best of 5. As the pink toss, second in the Group A division, it's Hjax. And in the top left, as the blue toss, undefeated. It's Arrogfire. Arrog currently 4-0 in his series. And single game away from taking down Hjax, the second ranked player in Group A. So, I mean, will Hjax be able to pull off 3 wins in a row? I don't know. I do not know here. Arrog winning 2 games with proxy robos. Hjax gonna be our proxy player this time. And it's a 2-gate forge. This is full-on memes from Hjax. It's a 3-leaf clover. That's what this is. I named the build. Look at that. Okay, there's the pylon. There's the pylon. This is a full wall off from Hjax. Yeah, Arrogfire cancels the building so he can get in on the pylons. This is going to be an intense micro battle here, but Hjax gets the full wall off on his probe. This cannon is going to get up, and there's no stopping it here from Arrogfire. He needs to start evacuating the probes to the main. That's exactly what he's going to do, but he abandons three that keep poking in at the pylon. And Arrog trying to get out a Stalker before the gateway falls. In the top right corner of Eternal Empire, it's the red Protoss, Arrogfire. And in the bottom left, as the pink toss, it's Hjax. Okay. So, Arrogfire took the first 2 games. Toward the mid-game with proxy robos. Hjax took the last game with a 2-gate forge. Let's see what he has up his sleeve this time. Given that he has no gateways at home, I'm guessing it's going to be a 2-gate forge. There's gate, there's forge. Arrogfire's pulling the boys, but the wall gets up. This probe is pretty well defended, and Arrogfire even helping to wall this in. Arrog forced to cancel. Building once again. Does get in on the probe. Hjax hasn't sent a second probe across the map just yet. His 2 gateways are finishing, so he will have some Z-lot reinforcements here. 1 pylon still standing strong in the main of Arrogfire. And the probe does survive. Arrog gets out a Zealot, gonna begin going to town on that pylon. Hjax drops a cannon on the low ground. And 3 pylons. Zealot can sneak in here though, and should be able to DPS down this cannon. So not the world's most perfect cannon rush here from Hjax. He loses the first probe, but luckily he did pull a second. And it looks like this cannon on the high ground will finish. GG. Hjax evens up. In the top left of Nightshade as the pink Protoss with a 2-game win streak. Momentum in his favor. It's the pink Toss, Hjax. And in the bottom right, as the blue Protoss, it's Arrogfire. Now, if Hjax wins this, Arrogfire's seat at the top of Group A will be under threat. He won't be dethroned here, but there's a chance for it in Week 7. Arrogfire currently undefeated. Will Hjax knock him down a peg? Hjax once again throws down the pylon. No gateway at home, and that means a 2-gate forge. Oh my god. It's all on the line here. We're down to match point. This is game number 5. Will Arrog pull off the defense this time? He came closer in the previous game. Okay, so, Hjax able to sneak the probe out. There are, of course, zealots incoming behind this. The cannon will finish. But is it in time? Zealot makes his way in, and it's just gonna kill a probe. Okay, so a little bit anticlimactic here. Hjax getting another cannon on the low ground. Arrog pulling down there. Okay, nope, Arrog is just going to wall off his main for now. That means the cannon on the low ground will finish, but so will the first Stalker. And the second. Both Stalkers should finish. Hjax trying to gain the high ground here, but loses the first Zealot. 2 Stalkers on the field now. This is the best hold Arrog's shown us so far. Hjax still double pumping Zealots. Arrog gets a shield battery out. Oh no! Arrog pulls to the low ground. He's going to eat another couple extra cannon shots. He needs to take his time. He needs to be patient. He needs to clean these pylons up on the high ground one at a time and then push out and kill the cannon. No! Okay, I guess he's going to trade shield battery energy, but going to soften these Stalkers up a little bit against the Zealots. Hjax going directly for the probe line, not even bothering with the Stalkers, actually. Arrog getting up a second shield battery. GG, well played is called, and Arrogfire takes our final series of the evening, 3-2.